What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Ville Outdoors here. Today is May 7th of 2019 and I am here at the Pickering Creek. Gonna be doing some multi-species fishing. We just had some heavy rain. Well, it wasn't really heavy, it was constant rain all day Sunday, and this place got a new makeover. The rain laid this place out, moved in a whole lot of debris from upstream, changed the shape of this little cove here. So we're also going to see if any new fish washed in here. I got with me the 1/32 ounce Crappie Thunder Roadrunner jig, and we're going to see how this can do, whether it can catch any trout or smallmouth or maybe some big panfish. Never know what we're going to catch here, because this is a multi-species creek. And I'm thinking with the warmer weather, the smallmouth bite should be a little bit better. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but we're just going to be casting this little Crappie Roadrunner jig around and see if we can get anything to bite. So stay tuned. Hopefully today's a good day of fishing. Alright guys, the water's not as warm as I anticipated. I got on my quality wading shoes, $5 pair of slides from Walmart, and the water's probably around 55, maybe 60 degrees. I just had like a 10 or 11 inch smallmouth follow me up right by this stump right here. So I'm gonna throw a couple casts into this cove over there and see if I can get any more follow-ups or bites, and if not, then we're just gonna head upstream, because I know there's still a lot of good spots upstream that we haven't fished. And fish on. Oh yeah, baby. Little smallmouth bass, first one of the day. Not the big one I saw, but there's a little one for you guys. Gonna take a quick shot of them and we're gonna release them. All right, so back in the water goes our little smallmouth bass, and just like that, he's gone. All right, let's go get another one. As I'm walking through the shallows here, I'm just amazed at how clear the water is after we just got that big rainstorm on Sunday. I wasn't thinking it was going to be this clear, but it's going to set up some nice fishing for today, I hope. And there's some fry over there in the sides close to the bank. That's a good sign that spring is upon us. The spring species are finally going to come out. We're going to get more smallmouth action, well, more bass action in general, and the trout are going to slow down a bit. Even though it's still spring, the water's going to warm up pretty quickly, and the trout are just going to stay down. They're not going to have much action, but I love springtime fishing. My favorite time to fish is right in the spring. That and like early summer and late summer. Midsummer is good too if you're fishing like creeks, but like on like a 90-degree day, it's gonna be a lot tougher. But these shallow creeks will usually always produce, because they usually stay pretty cold if they're not that much in the sun. And the fish love it. But yeah, I'm just throwing this Roadrunner Crappie Thunder. It's got a little underspin on it, little skirt on the back. Chartreuse and green pumpkin is the color I went with. And it already caught us a smallmouth. Let's see what else it can catch us. Alright guys, the past spot didn't really work out. I scared one fish on accident. That looked pretty decent size, but other than that, I didn't really get any bites, and it was kind of shallow. So I'm gonna head upstream to some spots that I have caught fish out of before, and we're gonna see how they turn out. I know I've caught rainbow trout there, some brook trout, some brown trout, smallmouth bass, sunfish, rock bass, the whole creek species I've caught out of this creek. So we're gonna head up to these two spots and see how things are doing. Alright guys, made it to the next spot. You may recognize this spot from previous videos. This is where I do all my winter trout fishing because there's some geese right there. Leo Shang would not be too happy with them. But yeah, anyway, this is where I do my winter trout fishing since this is the delayed harvest section. And this is the only spot you're allowed to fish of the Pickering Creek before the trout season opener. And I have caught some good trout out of here. Probably going to be mostly seeing smallmouth today, if we catch any more. But hopefully we catch a good amount. I don't really care what they are. I just want to catch quantity. Because quantity is always good. If you can catch quantity and quality at the same time, that's really good. I'll settle for quality when it's a tough day of fishing, but on a good day of fishing like today is, I want quantity and quality. I want them both. We're not going for a bunch of little dinkers. Alright guys, I had one bite in this spot, but no fish. So we're gonna head up to the next spot. I'll probably fish all these spots on the way back and switch up to something else if the Roadrunner isn't producing the way I would like it to. But I'll probably switch to something lighter to fish the upper part of the water column, since this is a little bit heavier. It's sinking a bit down farther. We'll see if we can get any bites near the surface later. But right now we're just gonna roll with the Crappie Roadrunner, fish the next couple spots, see how things do. Alright guys, we made it to the famous spot. Now I know you guys didn't see the last video I made because I never uploaded it, but I missed a huge trout in this section of the creek right here. It's probably on the up of 20 inches and probably around 4 pounds. And I did catch a little smallmouth out of here, but it wasn't a quality enough video to upload it, so I just never did. But we're gonna be fishing this for a little bit, seeing if we can pull anything good out of here. Maybe a good smallmouth or a trout. Trout would be great. Trout would be more than enough for me. But yep, just gonna try it out. You never know. You never know. Wow, this is weird. This is the first time I never had a fish bite out of here in the first like 10 minutes. Extremely odd for this spot, but who knows? Fish could have got washed out of here, or fish could have got washed into here and they just don't want to bite this thing. Goes back to possibly switching up lures later and throwing something a bit different. Gonna make a couple more casts here and then we're gonna head farther upstream, see what treasures lie for us there. Alright guys, so look at this. There's an island right here. Half of the creek goes on this side and half of the creek goes on this side. And there's a really deep pool sitting right here. Now if you were any sort of smart predatory fish, you would be sitting right in this hole waiting for food to come in from this way and food to come in from this way. So we're gonna see if the calculations are correct, because I don't know, it's hard to believe that there wouldn't be a fish sitting right in this hole. Alright, well apparently the fish didn't think the same way I did, because there's nothing there. At least nothing that wants to bite. Not really sure what this is. Looks like some sort of nest. It could be geese or something, maybe. I don't really know, but there's some bones of something right here. No, it's not bones, it's paper. So geese are now making their nest out of paper and that weird metal thing that somehow ended up there. Interesting. Alright guys, so I'm at the bridge and unfortunately I lost my Crappie Roadrunner. So I'm going to switch to this right here. This is the Leland Lures Trout Slayer in the watermelon red flake color. And I've actually seen some little smallmouth and a big smallmouth flashed its tail. I guess they were just spawning or something, because there's little ones and then there's a big one. So they look hungry, so I'm going to throw this little crayfish natural representation down and we're going to see if we can pull a bite on this. So stay tuned and hopefully we get one out of here. Alright guys, just got rigged up with the Trout Slayer. Now let's get to fishing. I'm going to stay back a little bit because I don't really want them to see me, so just going to drop this down there and twitch it off the bottom. See if we get any bites. Can't really see a whole lot from this angle here. Just gotta flip it out there. So probably decently close to the bank, I would assume. This might be a little bit too dark for them. Well, had a little bit of interest there, not a whole lot. Guys, there's some spawning smallmouth right in front of me. There's two of them. One's bigger than the other. I guess the big one's the female or something like that. I'm just jigging this little crayfish off the bottom, see if I can get one to follow it, but it's a little harder than you think to get one of these smallmouth to pull the trigger on it. Just making some casts around to see another good sized fish. There's a lot of good sized fish in here. Getting this aerial view, I can see everything, but just getting them to strike, that's a whole different story. Now I don't want to go down there because that smallmouth is right next to the bank. I don't necessarily want to scare it, so just reeling this little crayfish across the top. See if I can get any looks. Let it fall a little bit. Bring it up again. Let it fall, bring it up. I'm going to be doing this for a little bit. I'll tune in if it works out. If it doesn't, then we'll keep moving on. Alright guys, I could not get any of those fish to bite. They're still a little bit fidgety during the spawn season. Although I think the one was a trout, but then again, the water temperature is a little up there for them at the moment. So I'm headed to my last spot now, and then I'm going to turn around and fish some of the other spots I had already hit now that I got the Trout Slayer tied on, and we're going to see how that turns out. Hopefully we can get more than one fish, because yeah, we didn't get skunked, so hooray for that, but we need more than one fish. Come on, I know we can do it. So why doesn't it just happen, you know? Why can't I just snap my fingers and catch fish? Struggles are real. Well guys, there are two people in the spot that I was gonna fish. Just up there at that cove, So looks like we won't be hitting that spot today, and we'll have to resort to going back to our previous spots. I'm not going to hit the bridge again since I was literally just there, but we'll go hit all the other spots that we already hit. But that's unfortunate that we didn't get to hit that last spot, because I think that was gonna produce us a fish, since that's not really one of the highly pressured spots like the bridge is. For all I know, that smallmouth I was targeting was probably already caught before. I knew better than to bite that hook twice. That's the problem with these delayed harvest creeks, because they're good spots for other species besides trout, and then they just get publicized because they're delayed harvest spots, because all of the hardcore trout fishermen want to fish for trout before trout season starts. And then PA Fish and Game just posts all the delayed harvest spots online, so you can see where the delayed harvest sections are. And this spot just gets battered by all anglers all year pretty much. Well, in the summer it slows down, but this spots get beat up pretty bad. So yeah, I have to explore more creeks around the area and find the low populated spots to try and catch fish, because the creeks that they stock trout at are usually flooded with people all the time, which is a shame. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is around here. Alright, made it to the next spot. I'm competing for this spot right now, so I'm trying not to talk that loud, and that was just an embarrassing cast, but try not to talk that loud. He might have just missed a fish. I'm not sure. Right now he is the better spot, so gonna see what I can do. Guys, trout on, trout on. Look at that. Beautiful brown trout. No, he just came off. No, dude. Oh my God. Well, that stinks. I shouldn't have played around with them so much. Well, had a brown trout on. Alright, so what you guys just saw is a brown trout that was probably 14-15 inches long, and I was playing around with it. I tried to turn the camera on mid-fight, and the hook came out right as I had him about 3 feet from the bank. So I saw the fish, just didn't get the fish. So what I did now is I switched up to a yellow trout magnet. I don't know why I felt the need to choose the color yellow, but that's what I did. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna find out. And basically just casting it onto the other side and letting it fall off those rocks there. Whether this is gonna catch a fish or not, we're gonna find out. So stay tuned. Hopefully I can catch another one before I have to leave. Alright guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be given a second chance after missing the opportunity on the brown trout. I mean, I technically had it, I just didn't flip them up in time, and the hook just popped out. So I don't know if what we want to rule that, but I technically had it, but I didn't land it. That's the issue. But I'm gonna try like maybe 3 more casts at this spot, and then I'm gonna head back downstream take a couple casts there if there's nobody in my spots, and by then it'll be probably time to head on out of here. Alright guys, look at that. Just caught a redbreast sunfish. Wasn't expecting this one to show up today, but redbreast sunfish right over by those rocks, right out there. Casted right in those rocks and got this little redbreast sunfish. Nice colors on him. Gonna take a quick shot and release this guy. Alright guys, just threw back a redbreast sunfish. He came right over there in between those rocks. Bit as soon as my trout magnet landed. I don't know if we'll be able to get another one out of there, but we'll see. Most likely not. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. We didn't have as much success as I would have wanted for today. We caught a smallmouth, we caught a redbreast sunfish, and we lost that beautiful brown trout, which was like 3 feet from the bank, and the hook just popped right out. So that was unfortunate. That was a big loss today. I can't believe I missed that fish, but other than that, it was a nice day outside. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. Nice day to get outside. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next time on the Ville Outdoors.